I interpret to be an important development in our criminal jurisprudence, and it shows, democracy at work. It shows our law evolving, and it's not necessarily a bad thing.
These views were expressed by the Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs, Anil Nandlall, during his Issues on the News program, and come on the heels of a recent ruling by the Caribbean Court of Justice against the Director of Public Prosecutions, Shalimar Ali Haq. In the landmark ruling, the court ruled that the DPP does not have the power to direct a magistrate to commit an accused person to stand trial. The ruling by the CCJ was made in favor of an appeal filed by Guyanese-American businessman Marcus Bisram, who challenged Guyana's Court of Appeal ruling that he should stand trial for the 2016 murder of Berbice carpenter Fayaz Narandat. In that appeal, Bisram's attorney Darshan Ramdani asked the CCJ to strike down Section 72(1) and 2B of the Criminal Law Procedures Act, which gave the DPP the power to direct a magistrate to commit an accused to stand trial in instances where that same magistrate discharges the accused. The president of the CCJ, Justice Adrian Saunders, in delivering the ruling, ordered that the decision made by the magistrate to discharge Bisram be restored, while stating that Bisram can only be recommitted for trial if there is new evidence. The CCJ also ruled that if the DPP wants to instruct a magistrate in the future to commit any accused person to stand trial, then the DPP must move to the High Court first. Against this background, Nandlall is adamant that the Criminal Procedures Act will have to be amended as directed by the CCJ.
That we will have to go to Parliament to modify or amend that provision. And they are suggesting that that power be transferred from the Director of Public Prosecutions and be resided in a judge of the High Court.
On another note, the present issue of police abuse of power was also discussed by the Attorney General, where he disclosed that he has been receiving numerous complaints from members of the public about gross police misconduct. This, he said, is becoming costly for the state.
It is the state using taxpayers' dollars that have to pay compensation, sometimes running into millions, for police misbehavior.
Interestingly, the issue of police abuse of power was recently brought to the forefront by the executive members of the People's National Congress Reform, who claimed that they had received a number of complaints from citizens who were being wrongfully detained. To this end, the party had promised to help those citizens acquire legal assistance. More so, just last week, a motion was filed to the National Assembly by the party's General Secretary, Member of Parliament Geeta Chandan Edmond, calling on the Police Commissioner Nigel Hoppy to investigate and retrain police officers to respect the legal and human rights of citizens. In response to this motion, Nightly News was told by Hoppy that his police officers are constantly trained to respect the human and legal rights of citizens. The Attorney General revealed that he has submitted a legal opinion to the Office of the Top Cop with a number of suggestions on how the force can deal with errant police officers.
That opinion details the number of measures that can be taken against an errant police officer. I hope that opinion will be taken seriously, because we cannot, in a modern democratic society, tolerate abuse of power at any level in the state apparatus.
It was revealed by the Commissioner during this year's Police Officers Conference that some 45 police officers are before the court on various charges, including corruption, while over 200 complaints were made by civilians against police officers last year. For the HGP Nightly News, Kendall Richmond.